Mayhem and some news, Mayhem.
Got some news. First up, FEMA official who allegedly told workers to avoid Florida homes with Trump signs fired. Here's the lady right here.
Yeah. Let me say, I heard this story, right? That the plan was not to help out the people with the Trump signs in front of their house after the hurricane blew through. This is in Florida, I think, right? Now, look, everyone thinks I'm a douche, and everyone thinks I'm wrong, and everyone thinks I'm talking out my ass. I am not. I heard this story. Now, when I hear FEMA, and I don't know if she was like a regional director or whatever, she didn't run FEMA, but she was in charge of something at FEMA. When I first heard this story, I thought, oh, this is a woman. Now, you don't think FEMA and woman, but you do think don't help people I can't stand. That's a female trait. Yeah. Women got a lot of trouble keeping their emotions out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Guys, guys, you spend your whole life, whether you're a referee or you're calling balls and strikes or an umpire or whatever your job is, an attorney who has to defend some guy who's probably murdered his wife, but you got to put all those feelings aside and you got to do your job. Chicks have trouble putting their feelings aside for stuff. I'm telling you, I've got yelled at TSA going through there by a million chicks. I wasn't even doing anything. They were just having a shitty day, and I reminded them of their stepdad who they didn't like. Now, the first thing I said is, this is a chick. I just heard the story. You guys can do all the revisionist history you want. I just heard the story and went, this is a woman who normally you don't think of in a position of, it's like if you said airplane pilot, you wouldn't think it's a woman. But if I heard her do something that acted like a woman, I would think that pilot was a woman. So I said woman, and then I paused and I said black woman. And the reason I said that is because I've been yelling at everyone for the last decade or more. If you take people and you convince them that this guy is Hitler, he's racist, he wants to put you back in chains, he wants to put you back in the plantation, and he doesn't like you or even tolerate you. Yeah. If you convince people of that, then you took those people and you put them in some position of power, then why wouldn't this be the most likely outcome? What would you do? And by the way, it's almost kind of incumbent upon you. Yeah. If you were...
They'd be a bad person if they didn't react that way.
Well, we all know the, kill Hitler as a youth sort of scenario.
Yeah, abort him if you could.
Abort Hitler if you could. And then anyone who was trying... There were a couple of assassination attempts on Hitler. We were rooting for the people who were planting the bomb in Valkyrie underneath the table. So... yeah, it makes sense. So you take a black woman, you convince her that this guy named Trump hates her and doesn't want her here, and this is before the election, and the people that are voting for him live in these houses. Well, then why wouldn't you do this? And how's this not going to happen? And now we're living in it. So good fucking luck, everybody.
Supervisor.
Okay, but this thing that's like, we need more women in positions. No, we do not. We absolutely don't. I live in
that's
Los
something
Angeles.
I don't understand about America, that we don't, we don't have the, you try to make everyone, men and women, the same. So then, you're discounting the fact that we're very different. Yes. That is a good thing.
It is.
Yeah, so that way you can divide it up so that the dudes do dude things, and that's not a bad thing. And the chicks do chick things, and that's not, and you raise them up for being good at doing certain things.
Well, it's weird because it's like you understand, like every one of those heist movies, they go, this guy's a great wheelman. Yeah. And this guy's a knife thrower. Yeah. And this guy's a demolition guy. Yeah. And then this guy's a computer whiz. Yeah. And together, that's how we're breaking into Fort Knox, Yeah. Okay, you understand the benefit, but you don't have four guys who throw knives. That's what we're trying to do with men and women. Just turn them all into one fucking thing with a vag and a penis and one giant fleshlight, and then here we are. No, it's good that you can protect. You're bigger, you're stronger. If there's trouble, you can protect. I can fix things. It's nice. They're better at other things. It's a good thing.
You know what it is, though? We don't define what women are good. There's no stereotypical, oh, women are better at this.
Well, we don't allow...
Because if we say, oh, they're better at cooking, better at taking care of the kids, now we're sexist. But
yes.
Even saying something good...
I know. Can't say a black guy has a big dick. Otherwise you're sexist. No, I mean, you're racist. But what I'm saying is we're different. There is a difference. It's in all of nature, and it's a good thing. But if you're going to take women, and then you're going to take women of color, and you're going to put them in positions where they get to make decisions, and you're going to try to convince them that they're in a society that doesn't want them here and would like them removed, you're not going to always get a good outcome.
Very vindictive.
So this is what we got.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Next up on the news.
It's a shame that I knew it in advance.
Next up on the news is Mattel mistakenly prints a porn site in Wicked doll boxes. This is unacceptable, says Mattel. Yeah, the toy company behind Barbie and Hot Wheels is facing backlash for accidentally listing URL of a porn website in the packaging of its Wicked doll boxes.
Is this movie gonna be good? Does anyone know? I think I've seen the play.
You saw the play?
I saw the play.
Never got a chance. I don't know.
You MMA guys didn't flock to the theater to see the musical?
I did
known
see
as Wicked?
Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Well, that makes
on Broadway.
sense. That was the one where everyone was getting hurt.
Yeah,
right?
I was rooting for someone to
Something
get
to break.
severely injured. And I could see why. It was a top quality production.
A lot of cables and people flying around.
Yep, spinning like right over your head. Yeah, it was pretty nice.
So, Wicked, the musical, was kind of fun. I like musicals. I've seen quite a few. The movie doesn't always turn out that well. They made The Wizard of Oz, and then they made the all black version of that called
The Wiz,
which I saw in the theater with my grandfather.
Doesn't that have Michael Jackson in it?
It had Nipsey Russell and Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and I don't know who rerun. I don't know who else, but I don't know if this is gonna. When's it coming out? Is it gonna be good?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that they put the porn site on there, and I'll be honest, I researched for science and went to the website. Pretty tame. Pretty
tame?
Yeah,
Wicked?
the back, yeah.
Wicked.
Pretty G-rated. You got to click through and put your email to get anything real dirty.
So no harm.
But, I guess Stormy Daniels is signed to this company. So,
Wicked,
you can see some presidential porn.
Wicked's out of... I mean, everything's in the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, this is the era.
Wicked, I used to know somebody who worked at Wicked. I think her name, this is her real name. She wasn't a porn star, but she was like an executive for Wicked. Her name was Joy King.
All right.
I thought that is a great
porn name.
Porn name, but it's also a great executive name for a porn place. Yeah. It's coming out the 22nd of November is when it's going to be released, so they say.
I mean, are you in the conspiracy camp, or this is just some way to drum up attention? Because that sounds a little too good that somebody forgot to put wickedmovie.com instead of Wicked.
I don't know why everything isn't dry run. Like before I would write, like if I was writing a guy's name as Brian Johnson, I would check to see if he did it with a Y or an I before I sent it, just because I don't know, So I don't know why they don't do a dry run. Speaking of that, where are you at with this Tyson fight?
Ooh-wee. I mean, look, I'm with the majority of Americans that want to see Mike Tyson knock the English stuffing off this guy, right?
Yeah.
You want to see that.
Kind of.
But my fighter sensibility lets me know that age is undefeated.
Yes.
And as tough as Tyson looks hitting the pads, if you remember, Tyson did punch a guy on an airplane a while back, and the guy looked about 150 pounds, and he did not knock him out.
He also had his Roy Jones thing, right?
Exactly,
hard to tell with that of how much kind
There's
of
a
home
touch,
cooking there
little touch,
was.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's free on Netflix, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, you got to pay your Netflix subscription, but yeah, it's coming up. It's like this Friday.
I'm going to Jimmy's house for his birthday, and he said he's having it on. So
Nice.
it'll be good, I guess.
yeah.
I mean, I look forward to it. But
I think the fans win in a way because look, Mike Tyson is that threatening, like, man, he is still Mike Tyson. And
Yeah.
he showed us on social media, he's still got that bump in him. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He's on the right medications and he's like, he's Mike Tyson still. But age, you know, if Jake Paul gets sloppy and reaches out too much, because Jake Paul is not that fast. He's a powerful athlete, but he's not very fast. Like he punches pretty hard, but they're not one of those like snappy like young Tyson was. And Mike Tyson still has a few Rochambeaus in him. So let's see what happens in that first couple rounds, because who the hell knows after that.
I agree. It's so funny. I saw Tyson. I think I interviewed Tyson when he had a doc. Tyson, the doc came out, I mean, I'm going to say it was 12 years ago. Maybe more, 13. What year, I mean, did the Tyson doc come out? It won some awards and stuff. It was like well received. He started doing his one-man
I've seen a
show
few.
and everything.
Oh, that one.
I believe it was 2013.
2013
Yeah,
sounds
I
about
remember,
right.
yeah.
I went and saw it, and then I interviewed him afterward, and he wasn't moving good. Like he looked, he seemed old. Now he was depressed, and I think he was smoking a lot of weed or doing God knows what. But he was not like, I was like, oh, this is a shell of this guy. Now that was 12 years ago. Now he's adjusted his medication or got back on the training horse. Like whatever he did, he came out of that.
Well, I just know as an athlete, I coach kids every morning, and I know the ebb and flow of myself as an athlete, that there are times where I feel old. Like I'm like, oh my God. And I'll go through a little era of like moving kind of janky, and I'll come up out of it. I'll get to training real good, shed some extra weight, and just be on time, like take the right supplements, and then I'm just on fire for a good stretch. And then again, it doesn't last like it did when I was a kid, where I'm just nonstop, like that.
Right.
But I fall off the cliff a little bit and get injured, and even Tyson said it in an interview recently where he said that he was having a podcast interview with the guy, and the guy said, "Oh, you hit the pads, you looked awesome," and he's like, "Oh man, I was in a bed for 2 weeks, and then after that," and the guy was laughing. He's like, "What are you laughing at?" Because he was dead serious. And I get that. Because I can still sometimes train like young Mayhem, but then I have to pay like old Mayhem.
Where is the fight?
It's in Dallas, Texas. I think at the old the Cowboy Stadium.
At Texas Stadium? The new one?
Arlington,
wow.
right? Yeah.
Are they, it's going to be a ticketed event. It's going to be an undercard. I'm going to fight Bonaducci on the undercard.
Hell yeah.
I was supposed to be surprised.
I was waiting for that one.
Man, I mean, they're gonna put 60,000 people in that place.
It's possible. Look, I got to give my hats off to Paul. He's like really he's taken off with the promotion. Like he's really figured out a way to monetize his fame in a strange way by fighting older fighters and bringing them himself along as a boxer. It's really interesting.
I'll be at Kimmel's watching with everybody. All right, what else?
Next up in the news, journalist Martha Stewart said was dead now. Thank goodness. Hits back. I'm alive, bitch. Yeah. Martha Stewart, which I watched the documentary at your behest. And it gave me a whole new perspective on Martha Stewart. I totally get it. But this journalist thought she was dead, and she said she's very much alive.
All right, many thoughts. One is, like, people going to prison for shit I would definitely do is always insane to me. Do you know a person who, if they got a call, now they didn't blow a call in, they got a call, and somebody just said, hey, you know, that company you got 45 grand invested in, I just found out that the FDA is not going to okay their product, their weight loss product, and it's going to happen next week. Who amongst us would not go, oh, well, then thank you, let's sell that stock? Who do you know who wouldn't do that? Like, I feel that's all Congress does. Is that's all Nancy Pelosi does.
Am I wrong or am I right that Congress is allowed to inside trade? Or to me, it's a weird thing where you can't trade on inside knowledge. But what the hell? Then what do you trade on? I don't get it.
Here's what I'm going to say. What they try to do is, Congress is aware of this stuff in advance. So really what it should be is you can't be involved with the stock market. But the thing is you can be involved with the stock market. You just can't use this information. But who amongst us would not use this information? Yeah. I would also look at it like, I'm not exactly hurting anybody. I got this info, so I would sell it.
It's because you benefit more than the average citizen?
Yeah, whatever it is. It's also, it's a sense of propriety. What they do is they take down high-profile people like this so they can say, you see, the system works. And by the way, do not worry about what Congress is doing when they're doing the same thing Martha Stewart is doing. But the notion that we had to get her off the street is insane. But also the fact that she explained that she was glad this bitch was dead, which I'm totally for. Tom Shales wrote the worst review of me as not only an artist, but as a human being. Yeah. I mean, Tom Shales, he wrote a review about me. He was a syndicated, very well-known, award-winning scrutineer of people's work. And when he died, you know, I thought to myself, okay, well, there you go.
A movie critic? Or I don't get it.
He was a culture. Tom Shales was an award-winning movie, TV, and whatever critic who reviewed The Man Show and didn't like it. And then somewhere in the middle of the Man Show review veered off into an Adam Carolla review where he started also hating on Loveline, and then kept going to the point where I was too ugly to be on TV and a piece of junk. And so he started reviewing The Man Show, left Jimmy and The Man Show behind, moved on to Loveline, then moved on to just me personally, and just kept going.
Obsessed.
I was amused by it.
Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment.
But as anybody who's been on the wrong end of a vitriolic review, when the person meets their demise, there's a little part of you that goes, all right, well, there you go.
Touchdown dance?
A miniature.
The little ray gun maneuver.
Little ray gun maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's alive, so, you know, we got...
Right, he said she was dead, and she was glad, which made me like her.
Yeah.
I mean, Martha.
Yeah. No, Martha, you know, I like her and respect her. Like, the thing that you always talk about, how if someone's openly an asshole, then it's great. You know, there's no love lost there.
She owns it.
Next up, New York City's ending the voucher program that allowed migrant families to buy their own food.
Yes.
NYC ending a debit card program for migrants. It's over. They're no longer issue the vouchers for migrants to pay for food, and a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others. The thing about this was that a lot of the city-funded hotels, they would give them food boxes that they wouldn't eat. So it was a very wasteful thing. And somehow this card thing saved the city money, because instead of just giving them junk that they won't eat, they would pay for their own beans and rice.
You know, nothing works and nothing free works, and it always turns to shit. And I think we're just learning that now. There's just nothing you can hand people that ever really works. It works some of the time for a period of time, but I mean, I talk to people that are homeless. They get their EBT card, then they take the card and they sell it to the gangs, and then the gangs use it to buy Jack in the Box. It's like there's always a grift.
Yeah, humans do that.
They grift
Yeah.
like almost immediately. Now, they grift at the high end, the Martha Stewart end. They grift at the homeless end. They grift at the migrant encampment end. Like all human beings do is take advantage of systems and loopholes. That's all they do, and that's why it never works. It's good. It's good in theory. It's just never really, you can't apply it.
Shouldn't we like factor that into anything that we do? Is like,
No.
somebody's probably going to grip this.
What we do is we have an endless cycle of what are we going to do? Well, the prisons have too many black men in it. And we go, all right, well, stop arresting black men. I go, all right, let's get a DA who'll do that. Okay, Gascon, get in here and do that. And then he does it, and then it's a shit show. And then a few years goes by, and then we go, I think we should get back to arresting black men. And then we get back to it.
Yeah.
And we try something, it doesn't work. It's like, that's all. It's an endless cycle of shit that doesn't work. We just had a thing in Los Angeles and in California. It was a Newsom thing. All right. We are saying to productions, hey, stop fleeing and going to New Mexico, Prague, Canada, Atlanta. Stop leaving. We are no longer wanting to gouge you. We are going to give you incentives to stay here and do your production. So what happens is we go, what if we tax the shit out of this production company so we'll get more money? And they go, all right, that's a good idea. But then the production company goes, fuck that, we're going to New Mexico.
Yeah.
Where they don't do that to us. And then they do it, and then we have to reverse what we did. We do it with crime. We do it with the voucher stuff. We'll do it with taxing production. We'll do everything. Are you with me on the contact with the cheer that the glasses have to make contact? I don't know when that started. I'm fine with the, like, hey, here we go. Thank you. God bless. Happy anniversary. Now everyone's leaning across the table and like, hey, oh, you missed me, bro. You missed me. And then also a martini is $28 and you will spill half that fucking martini out there.
With the martini. I'm in between on this. I think that it needs to click people that are within easy reach, close to you. But the people that started, you're right, in the last couple of years, like getting up and leaning across the whole table and like, you missed, it's a step too far.
What about a symbolic empty glass for the clank, like people have costume jewelry, but they actually have the real jewelry as well, but that's in a safe at home. You know, I got a martini. I don't want to fucking spill half of it reaching around, whatever. I don't want to take a slug of it before the thing because that seems like it's in poor taste. What if I bring a secondary glass?
Yeah, double fist and
like an
throw
Elijah
a jab
cup.
out there?
Like
Yeah,
an Elijah cup.
like a chair for Elijah,
Sure.
a martini glass for Elijah. So I'm going to bring... When I go out to a party to steakhouse, I'm going to bring
mustard.
No, that's a crypto.
Extra glass. No, but have your whole set ready for whatever
I'll
comes
have
up.
it in my trunk
You
of my
should have
car.
an
Extra
Carolla,
fun.
emergency condiment and supply set.
I
You should
brought the
sell
wrong
this.
belt.
Yeah, I want all
condiment
of
belt,
it. Yeah,
jumper
Extra
cables
buns,
just in case.
Extra buns, jumper cables,
Chopped
glass.
up onion, empty glass. For
Make your own
clanking.
martini glass, clank. I think you got a lot of, and then you know what? Just to screw with people's minds, throw some pepperoni in there.
And a batarang.
Batarang. The Batman. All right.
The latest in the news. Elon Musk is joking about buying MSNBC with the risque meme, Temptation. He used this same meme a long time ago when he was going to buy Twitter. So this is a harbinger of things to come. And he did the same meme with different text to poke fun at President-elect Donald Trump's temptation to return to Twitter, which has been rebranded X. Yeah, he started a whole kerfuffle here. Joe Rogan said that he would gladly join MSNBC, and if you, quote, if you buy MSNBC, I would like Rachel Maddow's job. I would wear the same outfit and glasses and tell the same lies.
That was Joe's statement.
That was Joe's statement, and Musk replied, "Deal."
I like this, and
Me
maybe
too.
it's going to
Me too.
happen. and he could walk in holding a sink, saying, "Let this sink in," and then he could find Joy Reid and go, "Let that bitch out." Would be the second part.
It would be
of the
classic
story.
trolling. Oh, there's the whole image. Now I see.
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
it's so tempting. Now
It
I
would
get
be.
it.
What do you think it would cost? Is the question, and then what are the estimates? And it's got to be. I don't know anything about high finance, but it has to be quite a bit less than Twitter.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking so, yeah.
The street
Pay like
value.
$47 billion for Twitter. Probably get
44.
MSNBC, I think, for like $30,000.
30K.
so.
Like what's in a Tesla ashtray of his truck right now?
Right in the frunk. In the
front. What's up in the front? Yeah. The two terms that didn't exist when I was a kid was frunk and gunt.
I don't even know what gunt is.
It's like a fupa.
It's like a fupa.
It's like a fupa.
You know what a fupa
Sure,
is?
of course I do.
Yeah, I really think we owe Mike Tyson credit for gunt.
Really?
I do.
Why? Because he gave a chick an upper gunt?
He
my
said
gosh.
it. He said it. Somewhere. MSNBC's parent company, Comcast, is looking to spin the network off into a new entity
Yeah, that's how this all started.
that would house MSNBC, USA Network, Oxygen, E, Sci-Fi, and the Golf Channel. Well, Trump, he'd love to have himself a show on the Golf Channel. Yeah, that would be funny if he did that.
It would be amazing if he did it. I also think Elon Musk buying MSNBC would be, finally, we'd be able to get a neutral thing where it's just only pro-Trump stuff. I love that.
All
like
pro.
when he bought Twitter, he's like, we're going to have to equally offend both sides. We're going to be just down the middle free speech. And then it was just like, Trump, we're making sure Trump wins this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't experienced a lot of the hatred that a lot of people say they experience.
On Twitter now?
I'm not. I've somehow steered clear of it, even though I haven't done any steering.
I've gotten some of it.
You gotten some
I'm
of
also
it?
not using it that much anymore, but I've gotten some when I go on there. It's not pleasant when I go on there.
About
Really?
what?
Well, mostly about Israel, Gaza. I'm getting a lot of shit on that.
I never get why people are so divided on that.
Me either.
I never hear a good argument for the Gaza side of the argument.
I know. They have great arguments if you skip over the constant promise and threat of annihilation of the Jewish people in Israel. If you skip over that promise, then it's a terrible war. Of course, we all want to end. But how about just stop promising to kill us? Then we're good.
Well, I mean, I think the argument is that they're bombing a bunch of civilians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which you blame
that
Hamas
sucks.
for because they're promising still to kill Israel, even in the face of this overwhelming military.
Well, if you're going to
moment.
put the civilians in the hospital above the Hamas headquarters, then you're going to get bombed.
Right.
If you're going to use them like human shields, then you're going to get bombed.
That's how war goes,
Which is
sadly.
how it goes. Yeah. It's philosophical to me, which is Israel is essential. Look, I don't, people talk about territory and they talk about religion, they talk about stuff, but there's a bottom line, which is we all know guys who want to fight and guys who don't want to fight. And the guys who don't want to fight just don't fight. They rarely fight. They almost never fight. Most of the sane nations really don't want to fight. They just don't. Israel doesn't want to fight.
Right.
And then there's everyone else in the Middle East who wants to fucking fight all day about everything all the time, and they'll fight each other.
Yep.
So Israel, if they had a magic wand, they'd go, let's just all fucking live in peace and raise our kids. Let's just
Which
do that.
evidenced by them making peace agreements with every other neighbor that's at all willing.
Right, but their neighbors are all homicidal fucking maniacs who have a crazy religion who want to fucking fight.
Crazy version of their religion, at least. Interpretation that is just bonkers.
But I look at it like this: if Gavin Newsom says I hate Trump and he starts like throwing bombs at Trump or whatever, starts shooting rockets at him, and then Trump comes in here and levels fucking Glendale, and we're all sitting here like, oh, what the fuck? Bombs, like we ain't had shit to do with that. Goddamn, like Gavin Newsom doesn't speak for me. You know, like that's
I mean, it
how
was
I
a very
look at
strange
it.
analogy, but yes, it
Right?
does apply.
Yeah, it's got some,
Right?
yeah, except for They went in and slaughtered people at a festival. They fire fucking rockets.
Yeah,
They hate their own people. They use their own people as human shields. They get money, and all the money goes into building tunnels, not into infrastructure and schools.
But
or
now
whatever.
they just wiped out the whole area, though. You know, like I know they got some of them Hamas guys, but damn,
for
they got
sure.
a
And they're
boatload of
counted
kids.
in the death total that's never mentioned in the news. But every single term is just completely mind flipped on this. It's the weirdest, like, very basic bitch interpretation of oppressor oppressed. They think because they currently don't have a state, it's because they never have had one, and they keep promising to kill people. Like every term they say that Israel is white colonialists that are colonizing the area, except more than half the country is not white, and they're literally just the one little country that doesn't want more land, and they're surrounded by 22 Arab nations that are literally been colonizing the area to this little tiny strip of one Jewish land that's still allowed to exist barely. The Arab conquest literally closing in at all times, but that's not colonialism or an issue for anybody. That's not a problem. That's an ethno state. No problem.
I'm sure we can figure it out on this podcast.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it to you this way. If Palestine was Sweden, do you think we could work this out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. So there you go. All right, we solved our answer.
We solved our answer. Let's just make that happen now.
Right. And if Israel was Sweden, it wouldn't be worked out.
I don't even follow that part of it.
I
but
don't
yes.
understand what
If
any of that
Israel was
is.
Sweden.
They wouldn't just live. Palestine wouldn't let them live in harmony next to them.
Oh, right.
And they wouldn't let it do it. It's Palestine.
Yeah.
They're the problem. They hate Jews.
They want the West gone in every
They
way.
want the Jews dead, and they don't like the West. But other than that, they're delights.
And exactly, and the Jews are fighting. Israel's fighting this fight for the West. I mean, they literally don't just chant death to Israel. It's death to Israel and death to America.
Death to America!
Oh, they're just in Canada doing death. And by the way, why do we get tacked on to all the deaths too? You know what I mean? They go, they're just shouting, chanting death to Canada, and they're like, oh, and America. It's like, whoa, just fucking deal with Canada.
We've got nothing to do with Canada. We barely have relations with Canada.
I don't like Trudeau.
No.
I don't like putting fucking mayonnaise on my French fries.
No, gravy's okay on it though. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Poutine's pretty good. Poutine's not bad.
All right, what else you
All
got?
right, latest in crow news.
Crows.
I think we all know this here, but crows hold grudges against individual humans, often attacking for up to 17 years.
Yeah.
We have a lot of crows in my neighborhood. And my dog, all of a sudden, I let my dog off his leash now to go play. I play fetch with him across to my neighbor's lawn every day. And so he gets some running in. And just one time I was on my phone not looking, and all of a sudden I hear a noise, and I go over around the bush, and he's fighting a crow.
Bro, I have the same thing.
Straight up
careful,
crow
bro.
fight.
They will hate you forever.
I know. So thank God I instinctively like yelled at my dog and got him to stop attacking the crow. He damaged his wing. He had to go hide. And for weeks, crows were like kind of terrorizing my property, but I realized they weren't. I think they appreciated that I saved the crow, and they've kind of left me alone now. Bro, I think I might have escaped crow.
I had to leave my house. I had
Permanently?
to leave town. They were attacking. Yes, my wiener dog bit the crow. I never told you the whole story. The crow came back later. The injured crow. I told you I saved him. And all the crows were around me.
Yeah, they're like
squawking and
circling,
circling
sweeping
me,
down,
swooping at me, all that. I let him go and got out. He flew off with the busted wing and later came back. And I never told you this. Died in my pool.
Whoa! Really?
Died. I don't know if he went back and drowned himself because he couldn't fly anymore.
Jimmy's dog Fluffy drowned in his pool.
Maybe. Oh,
damn!
I taught the hot dog how to escape the pool, so that never was a thing. But the crow died in the pool, and after that, I could not walk to Starbucks without getting dive bombed or at least menaced.
I think that's when Jimmy realized something was wrong with me, because I remember he was telling me he had his dog and his name Fluffy, and he was missing one eye, and he was real old, and he fell into the pool and he drowned, and I started laughing real hard. And he got really serious.
Immediately you started fantasizing about eating a dog at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, I was like, let me get my condiment belt out. So, all right. So the reason we bring up all these stories is my attack crows, which I've been pitching for 25 plus years on the radio, of training crows to attack.
Interesting.
And using them like a police dog.
Sure.
They can recognize people that can be trained. They're smart. They're super fucking angry. Going back to the horrible attack at the music festival, paragliders.
Right.
You don't think crows would have fucked them up? If you see these guys in Hamas coming over the top and you're going at their head, there's whole murders of crows flying hard at those guys. You have to turn back. At that point, you're fucked up. And once you land, you're running through the streets trying to shoot people, and those fucking crows are going at your head. You got to retreat.
Interesting, kind of a Hitchcock approach. I like this a little bit.
Yeah,
they could easily be trained to do any of this stuff. They're smart as shit. They're angry as shit. They got a great memory. They'll take on a fucking water buffalo in terms of they don't care the size differential. They'll go at anybody or anything. And when they go at your head, all you can do is try to get them to stop. There's no you can't continue on with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So we can
also Hamas is going to look finally maybe silly in the face of the world when they're now having to always chant "Death to Israel, Death to America, Death to crows,
Death to crows and ravens silly. And maybe magpies.
Magpies are a real issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe finally people be like, I feel like they really just get angry at groups very easily.
The Israeli army should have battalions of attack crows.
Interesting.
And they should be sitting up on the wall, anywhere there's a wall, U.S. border. Once we get the wall built, once Trump builds a wall, put the fucking crows, put the attack crows on there. See somebody puts a ladder up against it and starts trying to get pow in the head, go home. Somebody starts trying to squeeze through it, pow with the crows. Start seeing Hamas come. Anyone, by the way, here's the wall. Anyone coming the other direction, I don't care if it's from Mexico or Palestine, you're getting it. We're going at you.
You get a crow right at you.
You get a crow.
Well, I'm going to warn you against that a little bit, just because the cultural transmission, the crows actually have the ability to teach one another. So what you're saying right now, you might teach a crow to be racist. And forever thereafter, crows will constantly hate the Palestinian people.
And so then we now have an existential threat from both AI and crows.
Exactly
at the same time.
Exactly.
And
taking over humanity.
Certain members of the black community out here, I would imagine, carjackings and things like that, limits itself to certain groups.
Yeah, I mean, a crow would really help stop a carjacking easy.
Crow would stop everything.
Yeah, it would stop a lot of stuff.
It would stop school shootings.
Oh my God.
That's an interesting point.
It would stop mass shootings.
Yeah.
If you went inside a big shooting in a Costco or something, the crow would just be up on the rafters. See someone come and pull a gun?
Yeah, if you see a gun at a school, a crow comes in.
It just
on the head.
Never more.
Yep, you can't shoot up.
Talks like a parrot, but it says Edgar Allan Poe quote. Nevermore. I like that.
There's cage fighters and their literary references. It never ends.
It's really incredible.
So, school, you can't carry on with a school shooting if crows are hitting you in the head.
Yeah.
You have to run. All you can do is run. Being hit by a crow, it's like being set on fire. You just run.
I mean, it's not quite as bad, but it's a close second.
Your body reacts the same way. You don't have composure when you're being attacked by a crow. Yeah. Whatever it is. Let's just say you were masturbating and a crow attacked you.
Okay.
Even if you're really close to finishing, you would probably stop.
I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask. That's the kind of porn I look at.
Yeah,
you look at crow attack crows?
I'll stop you right there.
Right.
This actually happened to me. I had no trouble whatsoever.
It
enhanced the pleasure. In fact,
the aim is to come in the crow's mouth.
Oh, wow.
When he goes, that's your quick window.
Quick window.
You have a quick window to get in there.
All right. I may have been talking to the wrong gentleman.
That's right. Thank
you normally, when I bring this up, the guys go, I'd have to stop and deal with the crow.
That's my fetish.
No, Mayhem and I really don't relate to you on this at all.
We were watching crow porn in the green room right now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's referred to as crony porn. Crony porn. It's a series of gentlemen.
All right, you know what? Let me shift my examples. Let's say you're making an omelet.
Great.
And you're almost done. and a crow attacked your
I'm
head.
almost done coming while making the
Oh,
omelet.
no, I'm sorry. That was on me. You're now making just an omelet.
Oh, it's a fully different scenario.
It's not a semen omelet. It's a
Got it.
Denver omelet.
Oh, I've
you
spent
really
some
like
great time
those?
in Denver.
Oh,
I've had great times in Denver.
I'm trying to find a metaphor
Yeah.
here.
Maybe just
Let's say you were changing your car tire.
got it.
And you were attacked by a crow.
Yes, okay, got it.
You would have to stop, is what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
pull my pants up
Yep.
and then
No,
get the jacket.
not masturbating.
Oh, sorry.
How else are you going to screw in the bolts?
Oh man,
I don't
this is
understand
this is a difficult time for me. But I'm saying you will be distracted to the point where whatever it is you're doing, you will stop.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And that's
so
why
it's saying like a non-sexual environment, and then a crow comes down.
That's right.
Okay.
The hang glider Hamas guys going into Israel, it would have fucked them up
I
if
agree
a
with
bunch
that.
of crows went out.
I agree with that.
Yes, and the ones that made it on the ground and were going house to house, it would have fucked them up.
And you're
too.
saying mostly because of the repressive sexual nature of their teachings, and then all of a sudden they see these hot crows.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they get distracted.
no. This is about national security. It's really, I think you guys maybe got caught up in the sexual reference.
I mean,
that
I can't get out of it right now.
I cannot.
Crows got
Yep.
me all hot under the collar.
Correct.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the difference between a crow and a raven are, though the raven is bigger than the
yeah.
crow, I think. And we could do attack ravens. And also, they're just black and they're loud and they scare people. Like, there's an element that just scares people. Like, I don't know
They are scary looking.
if a spider is more dangerous than a ladybug, but they scare people more.
Yeah.
You know? And crows scare people. They're fucking loud. They come at your head.
Well,
and there's
spiders
nothing you
are
can do.
more dangerous than
Yeah.
ladybugs. There's like
they
millions of
definitely are.
poisonous spiders.
Unless you're an aphid.
There are, but ladybugs do more damage, I think, to like the garden and stuff.
didn't even know that. Is that true?
Actually, no. Ladybugs.
They eat aphids?
They eat aphids. You release a bag of them in. I'm quite a.
Oh no, you're right. They would sell ladybugs
To eat because the aphids eat your
They eat
crops.
aphids, but there are bugs. All right, there are bugs that like silverfish have never done anything to anybody, but we don't like them. They're just weird
They
and
look
ugly,
vicious,
and
yeah.
we don't want them. And I'm saying the same with cockroaches. We just don't want them.
No.
We don't want them. And crows are that way. They're scary.
Yeah, I was walking my dog the other day, and like a block over from my house, there was this woman's lawn with like 25 crows on it, and the trees on the lawn. I don't know what she did to those crows because I almost murdered a crow in my house, and they've left me mostly alone.
Yeah, but
So
if they
what
all
did she
turn
do?
on you, you'd have to run.
That's a big problem.
You'd have to masturbate and then run.
Yeah, it's like having a family of raccoons. I came home one day and they're trying to get into my own house, and they were on the roof and then the sides. and they
Really?
were hissing at me, and it's hard to get into your own house sometimes.
Yeah,
I would like to go crows versus raccoon. I think would be a fair fight.
I think so.
That'd be a pretty
It'd
good
be
fight.
good on the ground.
On the ground, yeah.
You know, as Mayhem knows, but the crows can go airborne,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
just gives you a huge
Classic
advantage.
striker versus grappler matchup.
That's right.
It's a strong point. But also, they can't lift a raccoon into the air, so the air is limited. You could dive bomb a little bit, but then they got the sharp, they just have to, the raccoons just sharp claw at them.
What if we enhance the crow's lifting ability with drones?
Okay.
I bet, and also when the enemy starts flying the surveillance drones over or the rocket drones, crows could go fuck that up too.
Okay. And in this scenario, what are the crows wearing? A little skirt situation, like heels?
I'm thinking like C4 vest, sort of like
Explosive vest, suicide, comma crows.
Okay, less hot than I was hoping for, but that would be
Kamikaze
effective for
crows.
battle.
Yeah.
I like that. Interesting.
Flying it right into the window of the Hamas headquarters. And
That
boom.
works. That works.
Yeah.
It's more targeted.
That's right.
It would solve a lot of problems.
All right, what else we got, man?
Oh, you had mentioned AI. The tech pioneer Joshua Bengio warns of artificial intelligence risks. AI systems could turn against humans.
They always talk about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking Y2K. I'm thinking it's not. I think by the time they figure this out enough, where artificial general intelligence, which is the way that they think that it will be dangerous, I think it will be contained. I don't know. This is just my opinion. I think it will be contained enough, and scientists will chip away at it and figure out how to make it safe for all society.
Nope.
No, you're
No, we're in big
against it?
trouble. We're in big trouble. I've been listening a lot about this. Eric Schmidt was just talking about it on the Prof G podcast. Basically, even though he is heavily investing in AI, and everybody who says it's an existential threat, even Elon Musk signed the things like 2 years ago saying it's an existential risk to humanity, but we're still going to be developing it aggressively. Apparently, one of the big risks is that it's going to develop the ability to create biological pathogens and then just like put basically.
Well, I don't see what benefit that would do in AI. You know, like I know that's the common science fiction. Oh my God, the AI is going to kill us all. But I don't think it would. By the time they have it all figured out. Like I don't think they won't unleash it onto the internet until they figured out how to.
Because I don't think the risk is that the computers itself want to kill everybody. It's that just bad actors, small rogue terrorist groups get access to the AI. Like in China, they're creating these open source, huge AI, like large language models and other models, and they've made them open source. So literally anybody can just take it, and if a terrorist group gets a hold of it, they just use that to deploy like bad shit.
Yeah. But getting back to Israel and Hamas, is it going to be worse than people are to people? Because all we're doing is trying to kill each other 24/7 anyway.
This is true, but they could do it just on such a larger scale, mass scale. Like it takes a long time to create horrible damage, and it could be mass scale. And then the big risk is even in war is that they're gonna, even if like we in certain developed nations have a person between the AI's ability to launch missiles, launch weapons, that rogue nations or rogue groups are just not going to put that person in between them. And then the AI will have the authority to just, on its own whim, launch missiles, and it's going to want to then, as efficiently as possible, kill the enemy.
But I also have like an optimistic view. Like it's possible that there's some way that it can just make this whole place a utopia for us humans as a thank you for creating it, and then like maybe there will be war or some type of terrible thing that happens with the AI. But I also think that it could be that it figures out how to make us all just exist and be happy.
Well, how about
that's cute. That's so cute.
Never gonna happen. Well, where do you guys come down on this? How much of this stuff is a sort of narcissistic endeavor in that since the beginning of humanity, people have thought this is all going to end on my watch, like the rapture. The rapture is going to happen while I'm here. And historically, religious groups have figured out a way to time it somehow, and they go up to the mountain with their folding chairs, and they go,
Jonestown, baby, let's drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it's this Sunday at noon, so go ahead and quit your job and let's go up to the mountain. And they always have to slink back to work on Monday and beg for their job back, right? But there's a narcissistic endeavor. It's maybe the ultimate sort of built-in narcissism where you go, is this all going to end on my watch? Like we've had lots of society and lots of generations, and a lot of them made the proclamation, this is it. Now, while I'm here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it go down. But that's a built-in
that's a sales technique for every type of thing. Oh, it's going to end, so you got to come with me.
But stuff doesn't sell unless it... COVID wouldn't have sold if we weren't all fucking narcissistic assholes. It wouldn't sell. Stuff that doesn't work on people. You know, you have to, it has to, the reason there are soothsayers and psychics is because every chick goes, I know it. It's like it's built in. It's built in to them. So it has to be something that touches something that's built in. You know, the Reese's peanut butter cup works because the only thing we love more than chocolate is peanut butter. If there's someone made one out of chicken liver and Vegemite, it'd be like, it's not going to work because nobody likes either one of those two things. It has to touch something. We're all narcissists, and we all have this little, is this going to happen on my watch?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to be the last person, the last generation? Whatever. We all toy around with that idea, but once religion is gone and on the wane and going away, not so many of us are thinking rapture. There used to be rapture, but this is a tech rapture. This is like a AI is going to start a war with everything.
Yeah, see, I don't
and
think
we're
that.
going to be gone. No, you don't. But it does appeal to this narcissistic end of days kind of thing that people have. People think narcissism is about you standing in front of the mirror and thinking how good you look. There's another form of narcissism, which is everyone's out to get me. Everyone's talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be, it's an ultimate narcissism. This sort of doom and gloom is a bigger narcissistic thought than, I bet that chick thinks I'm hot. You know, that's that. Or look at
Right.
these new shoes. Look how good I look. You know, that's sort
It's
of
like Larry David's more narcissistic than like Chris Hemsworth, really.
I'll bet he's 1,000 times more narcissistic than, yes, because him thanking the person behind the counter at the Starbucks
Is out
hates
to get him.
because he's bald or Jew or something is a form of narcissism
Yeah.
that transcends, look how good I look wakeboarding.
It's true. It's a good point. Listen, you make a good point, and we have always thought that society is going to end on our watch, but. And I'm sure everybody has said this, but AI does seem like the exponential, could get out of control risk one that just, we don't know. I don't know if it's narcissistic. It could just be like, this is a computer that can just solve things infinitely faster than us. And if it gets any bit of sentience, we
But
are
I'm like
immediately
pretty mellow
fucked.
with the robo-apocalypse. You know what I mean? You just like go around to Ralph's and get canned corn, and you know what I mean. Just gonna have
Elote.
to. I have all the
Elote.
skills. I have all the skills
We
for
call
this
it
kind
We
maize.
of.
call it maize or elote.
I'm going to double load my condiment belt with corn. I'm going to have a separate condiment belt on the back that I can swing around.
Yeah.
You know, I can just pivot 180 my belt. That'll be corn. That'll be diced up. I think I'll do a pimento type olive in there.
That's nice.
Very flavorful.
now you're
and I'll
talking.
do an onion, but maybe a purple, maybe a red onion.
I think you need a hot sauce on there too.
Yeah.
Just to you get people in the eye.
Yeah.
Get the crow to fight down the crows. I think if this does happen and the AI takeover does happen and they infuse themselves into robots and they're coming at us, there's a chance they come to your house and they see you and they're like, we will let funny condiment belt guy live.
Yeah.
What an oddball.
Oh, bro.
He's got mayonnaise on disposal. Bye.
oh, yeah.
Are you,
You
talking
might be
about
lucky.
No,
nanobots and the robot crows?
I will
Is that what you're
suck up
saying?
to those guys. Like
Yeah.
I'll go, hey, Overlord, do you strike me as a chimichurri kind of fella? Am I right? I love chimichurri. Hold on. Whip the bells around.
Carolla, say you love pepperoni. Admit it now.
I love pepperoni. I adore pepperoni.
Shower him with pepperoni. Open your mouth.
Oh.
Open your mouth.
Hey, Overlord, perhaps a little Dijonnaise with that space stick.
We can't trust you with mustard. There's no chance.
What?
It gets everywhere.
How about that? That's true. You're right.
You know that in your
Overlord.
heart of hearts.
You're right.
You
More
know it.
mayonnaise, ketchup, and
That's
pepperoni. Yeah.
We only trust the Germans with that very efficient people. Half
they're very
robot,
efficient.
half man.
No, the Autobahn was not invented by fucking mayonnaise lovers.
Nope.
I'll tell you that right
Really
now.
slicks up that track, you know.
Oh no, the very first jet engine was not created by guys who like ketchup and fucking mayonnaise on
That's correct.
on their Schnitzelgruben.
That's correct.
Wiener
Their
Schnitzel.
Wiener
You will
Schnitzel.
never have a good dog again.
All right, hey, I can change gears for you guys right now. Cher.
Never. Okay, fine.
Cher is fully aware that men expect fabulous sex from her, and she explains why on the Howard Stern show.
She's 85, right?
She is getting up there,
She likes.
Guys expect fabulous sex and fabulous like because you're
Yes,
Cher and you're
yes.
like
And they get it.
they do. That's fantastic. How do you know that they get it? I mean, how do you know?
Because you can tell by the reaction.
It's a great reaction. Who would
Yeah.
ever leave you? Men are fools.
Few men. But
You
a
have to
couple,
kick them out.
A couple. Look, I was madly in love with Val Kilmer, and he left.
Why would he leave? He's having fabulous sex with one of the most beautiful women in the world. What the fuck's the problem with
Because
this guy?
you don't. Sometimes you sometimes you're only meant to stay with someone so long.
Right.
And Val was like, he was really young.
Yeah, she's 88.
She looks great for
Is she
88.
No, 78.
I was going to
78.
say,
She looks
Sorry,
great for 78.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah, when I want to, for me, the metaphor, like when I break up with a lady, I go, The condiment belt is empty, Ben. So this is about it.
I'm shooting no sauce.
Shooting no sauce, and she's like, we can refill it. I'm like, I wish we could.
It's too late for us.
We can go into condiment therapy. Yeah, it never works.
This conversation's over. Release the crows.
Good luck running serpentine to your car, baby, with the crows chasing you.
Grab an umbrella on the way out. It's your only
Oh,
hope.
it's going to rain talons. Stealing Jokes is the name of the movie. Available on Amazon, Apple, Buddha, Google, YouTube as well. What do you got, Mayhem?
Yo, first off, George Gascon is out as the LA County DA.
Good.
Yeah, new in is Nathan Hochman, I guess. Hochman,
I think it's Hochman.
Hochman? Tuaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the new DA. He defeated progressive prosecutor George Gascon in the race for Los Angeles County District Attorney, as crime was seen as a top issue in this election cycle.
Yeah, we always do. We try these little experiments, and then later on it turns into a shit show, and then later on we undo what we did, which is like we had to have Prop 36 because that undid Prop 47. And so what we do is we come up with really bad ideas. 10 years ago, we were like, there's too many black gentlemen in prison. Why? Well, they keep getting arrested for stuff. What kind of stuff? Stuff like shoplifting. What if we just didn't arrest them? Don't you think that would solve the problem? I was like, well, it would solve the problem of black men being in jail, but it wouldn't solve the problem of shoplifting. I think it would exacerbate that problem. And they go, there's far too many black men in jail. I'm like, well, why don't we look into the root causes of that instead of deciding shit people are doing to get them put in jail is now fine is not really going to help that. Well, it'll help, but it's not good if you're a shopkeeper. And so we go, no, Prop 47 it is, and then all the smash and grabs and all the stealing and all the homeless stealing everything, and then the fucking Mexican cartels getting involved and taking up to 850 because it's a felony past that. And then at some point, after a decade of chaos, somebody goes, I have an idea for another prop. Here's a prop. It's called Prop 36. It'll make that stuff wrong again. And then everyone goes, let's do it. Now, I would argue that good governance is not suggesting the first shitty prop.
Correct.
And then what we do is we go, yeah, that was a horrible idea. Let's get rid of that idea. But no one ever goes, well, whose idea was it? Maybe we should get rid of that person. How about the person with the shitty ideas? Can we get rid of that person? No, we like that person. We implement their shitty ideas. A lot of people get hurt and killed, and then we reverse it. And it'd just be like if I went, look, a Prop 47, like you had to know how that one was going to turn out when we said, let's not make it illegal to steal stuff anymore. Well, what if I just said, look, I got a Prop 51. It's all households have to have a full-size male macaw parrot let loose in their house. Anyway, all right,
idea.
I'm listening. Well, there's a lot of homes and they need macaws. All right, a lot of brown and black kids that don't have macaws in their home. That's right. Okay, let's do it. All right, it is done. Prop 51. Everyone gets a full-size male macaw released in their home. Wild. And then all the macaw does is scratch everybody, chew up all the furniture, shit on the dog, and fuck everyone's shit out and wake everyone up at 2 a.m. with its wild calls. And then at some point I go, I got an idea. This one's called Prop 52. In this proposition, we remove the male macaws from inside homes. What do you guys think? Is that a good one? And everyone goes, yeah, that guy. I'm with that guy.
Guy's
I'm
brilliant.
This macaw's been kicking the shit out of my house for 10 years now. I go, thank you. But no one thinks maybe we should get rid of the macaw guy. Maybe that guy should go. Maybe his ideas are bad. We don't do that. So that's what we do here.
Well, they ousted Gascon, and now, Hartman's in. He previously ran unsuccessfully for California Attorney General as a Republican, but was an independent in this race and describes himself as a lifelong centrist.
Oh, that's the other retard thing we do in California. We go, all right, listen, I'm pretty miserable with this fucking macaw. It's clawed my daughter's eyes out while she was sleeping the other night, shitting all over the place. I opened the curtain in the bathroom, the shower curtain. It was there. It scared the shit out of me. I woke up the other night at 3 in the morning to use the toilet. I walked in and I felt something hit me in the head. Freaked out. Had to go shit in the yard. Okay, good, because this guy has a proposition to get rid of the macaws. Okay. He's a Republican. Okay, sorry. No. We're keeping the macaws.
Keeping the macaw.
We're keeping the macaw. Okay. Well, good news. He changed his affiliation to independent.
Bring him in.
Okay. All right. Now we can get rid of these macaws now. Like, all right, that's good. Now we're talking. How fucking stupid do you have to be just to do that's how you go through your life.
The common sense is gone.
It's
just
gone.
gone. People are
common sense.
common sense.
I got a children's book. This guy,
I'm gonna buy it.
Little Johnny, has a super pragmatic macaw.
But he doesn't get excited about anything.
No, you're cross pollinating.
That's all.
It's not the same book.
Sorry.
No.
2 books.
Yeah, no. My common sense. It writes itself.
It already did.
I'm not illustrating. I don't have that.
Comedy over here.
Sorry. All right. So good. Now we got a DA who's going to prosecute people because we like laws and law and order, and things will calm down. And then at a certain point, we'll get bored. And we'll go, you know what? Why is this guy locking up the black folk? And then we'll go, all right, let's get another guy and who's super macaw friendly. And then we'll fucking do it, and it'll turn into a shit show. And then we'll go, what's going on around here with all the crime? We got to get rid of this guy. Because we're dumb.
Can you imagine day one shoplifting just stops? The burglary ring stop.
That would be awesome.
Just shoot one shoplifter. Just in the leg. I'm not saying kill him.
Wing him.
You just need to make it exact. Just one to the ankle.
Yeah, lower
calf
extremity. That's right.
You can't do this.
In Hollywood news, Hollywood Nights guy Tom Hanks goes scorch earth on movie critic cocksuckers as he defends his films.
Really? Hollywood Nights? Wait, the movie Hollywood Nights?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Keenan Ivory Wayans?
What?
No.
Oh, Robert Townsend.
Hollywood Nights guy. Did I say Nights?
Hollywood Nights.
Oh, wait. Hollywood Nice Guy.
Nice Guy Tom Hanks.
Oh, maybe you thought you said Nights, or maybe you did say Nights, but Hollywood Nights was a movie.
Sorry.
And it was like a weird Porky's before Porky's or something.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. It was
then I
weird.
Dude, I love Porky's.
I thought it was one of those independent Keenan Ivory Wayans.
It kind of had that vibe. We'll figure it out. All right, let's hear what he has to say. Sorry.
That thing you do.
Oh, yeah.
You were disappointed when it came out, and it has this whole other life now.
It is.
It is this cult classic.
Okay.
But that's an example of.
Let me tell you something about these suckers who write about movies. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a podcast.
My father writes about movies, and his name is Sucker.
Somebody who wrote about it is that this is just, Tom Hanks has to stop hanging around with veterans of TV because this is just like the shot on TV and it's not much of anything,
Mm-hmm.
That same person then wrote about the cult classic, That Thing You Do. Same exact person. It's all you need is 20 years between now and then, and it ends up speaking somewhere.
So, I think he's a little fired up because he's got that new movie out with Zemeckis that nobody cares about. And I think, Joe, we're talking about the Rotten Tomatoes on that one. And I can't remember who else is in it. But he made this Forrest Gump type reboot called Here with Robin Wright and Hanks, and it looks to me like a Forrest Gump sort of travel through life, young and old, whatever. and people don't seem to be excited about it.
Never even heard of it. And I love movies.
I love movies too, and we have. Well, let's see what the Rotten Tomatoes are. So what happened was I had not heard about this movie.
Oof.
And I heard it was in the theaters, and I was thinking about seeing a movie, and I thought, oh, I like Zemeckis, I like Hanks, I like Robin Wright, I like Forrest Gump. Maybe let's go see this movie. And then I was like, but I haven't heard any buzz I haven't heard anything good about it. Mm-hmm. And then I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes to see what the critics thought, and I know critics seem to like Hanks most of the time, and it's 36 with the critics and 57 with the people. That's not good. That's a sort of rotten consensus. And I said to my girlfriend, I don't think we should see this movie, which means it worked. And Tom is right to be pissed because the critics kind of dissuaded me from seeing this movie.
Yeah. Is it about Forrest and Jenny?
No,
it's not, is it?
The revamp.
It's not about that. I didn't even see what it was about.
Gump 2.
Well, Zemeckis did the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think people are thinking when you get the band back together, you're going to get some version of that.
Yeah, maybe
they hate it because it's not a feel-good movie. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but yeah, there's like maybe because Forrest Gump, that connotates something that's like so, oh wow, feel good, but that's not.
No.
they swayed you from seeing it, but I can't imagine Hanks being bad in any. Like I know he's always good.
He's always good,
right?
Yeah.
I can't think of it. In Bosom Buddies, he was good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him bad in anything. So I don't know. Critics it's an interesting job.
You know, listen. My thing is if you get the critics and the people score and you put them together, and we're still not cracking triple digits, that's
problem.
It could, if I know nothing about the film, it might dissuade me. Mm-hmm. If I see the critics are low, but the people have it at 86%, I'm like, oh, fuck those critics. They don't like action movies or whatever
For
it is.
sure.
Right.
You made a few movies yourself. Like, what is your opinion on this?
I mean, listen, I've made 3 comedies, and so I know I made what I thought were funny movies. You make a movie to make yourself laugh. I thought they were good. You know, when I did My Man is a Loser, I got buried by a couple critics that were like, but they were like weird criticisms. It was like, why would I watch John Stamos in a comedy? And I started to get upset about that.
You got a Rotten Tomatoes score on that?
It wasn't good. On My Man is a Loser, I can't remember. It was like 7 years ago. It was my first movie I ever did. It was the first time I wrote and directed a movie.
The beauty of the internet is we can summon that score.
Oh, Adam, don't do this, bro.
We're doing
It's probably not good.
We know on this show that comedies get shit on.
By the way, the movie went on to have like 800,000 downloads, so whatever that is. Like the movie made
no
money.
Critics
There you
score.
go. That's
24 with the people.
No.
Not robust.
That's not good.
But let me say this.
I think you'd enjoy it.
It is funny when you're looking at. I've made a few movies and got a few Rotten Tomatoes scores too, and I remember sometimes you look at one, it's like rotten. Okay, what's their critique? And they're like 3 out of 5 stars, mostly funny, but and I'm like, that doesn't sound like a bad review for a comedy. You know what I mean? Like, had some good laughs, blah blah blah. It's like, it's a comedy, and you said it had some good laughs, and I got 3 out of 5. That didn't feel negative. Like, it's so weird sometimes how they just go, that was a bad review.
For a weird reason.
And I'm like, I think I could spin that into a good review.
I thought it was a solid review. Stamos did great in the movie.
No.
But yeah, I mean, making a movie is tough to get it. Obviously, getting it in the can and being done is a feat in itself.
It's a feat.
And, but the critic world is an interesting world. I've met critics who are just bitter people, and I've met critics who love movies and who actually, look into, giving you a critical breakdown of the movie. So
how about the new movie? I mean, I'm sure. Look, you've learned from that that experience, like now this is your third movie.
Yeah.
Like, so what?
This is my favorite movie, and I'm not just saying that because it's out. It's like I've always had the sentiment, like in my heart, to, as a comedian, I started in stand-up for, so I'm 18 years into stand-up. I've made some movies now, but my sentiment with comedy was always like, you're treating the comedian, and you've probably not dealt with this as much, but sometimes club owners will like stiff you a little bit or try to pay you a different way or not hold true to a contract. So I would hear stories over and over again of comedians getting stiffed, and I always had this idea in my mind of just a heist film where we take down the comedy club. And the more I kind of researched and read about the old school guys like the Buddy Hackett's and even Pryor back in the day, they'd have a pistol on them and they would make sure they got their money. I don't do that. But like I always wanted to make a movie about it, and so this movie, it moved faster. I had a super indie cast, which was like no real diva situation with actors, and it was really just they really brought it, and I enjoy this movie, and it was like I'm a fan of like the old school Mel Brooks type humor and just ridiculousness where you could break a fourth wall every now and then, and so I was able to kind of put those fun moments into this movie. So whatever the critics say, go ahead. I enjoy my movie.
Yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
By the way, of course, there's moments where you go, God damn, I could have done better on that moment. But, hindsight's 2020, and stealing jokes is here.
It's hard. Making comedy is hard. Done it.
Yeah, but
taxing, man.
Yeah, but when you're funny, you're just born funny. It's not like you worked on being. This is you. You're just a funny storyteller. You got a gift for being funny. So
when you have to write the script and execute it and everything, it turns into a thing, man.
And get a lot of people on board to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's Herculean, man.
Yeah.
It's really to figure it all out. It's kind of nuts, but it is once you do that, you can kind of do anything because it is really the most difficult. Not in terms of like it's not harder than roofing, but in many
my brother's in roofing.
In many ways, you choose. In many ways, it is. It's like longer, more arduous, more moving pieces. Everyone around you is a fuck up when you make a movie. There's so many fuck ups, and then there's like 3 good people, and you have to rely on them heavily. But there's a lot of fuck ups.
Oh yeah. You want your props. Like, why is there only water and no ice in that glass? It doesn't matter. I got a baby at home.
The props.
You know what I mean? Everything matters. So
I had and you're in such a fucking rush. You're in such a rush. You don't have time to fix everything, and so you have these jokes like in your head, and you have them executed in your head how you want them in your head. You picture them, you see them play out, sort of your mind's eye, and then it comes time to shoot the scene. I had this scene in a movie I did called The Hammer, where like I pulled over on the side of the highway and I was talking to some illegal Mexican guy who was just trying to sell. I was buying flowers off him, and I was having this like philosophical discussion with him about life and kind of finding myself and really doing what I wanted to do and breaking free. And he's like, "Yeah, me too." And I said, "When are you going to start doing what you want to do?" And he's like, "Yeah, when am I going to do?" And then the joke was he paused for a minute and he'd hold up a giant sack of peanuts and go, "Peanuts?" And first off, the actor who was supposed to play Carlos never showed up. Oh. He never showed up. So the other guy I was working with, Ozzy, I was like, "You know a guy, like an old Mexican guy, looks like he would sell flowers?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a guy in my apartment building." I was like, "Call him up, get him over here." I get him over here. So we're getting ready to shoot the shot. We're losing the light, blah, blah, blah. And I go, "All right, so we got the flowers." So I got flowers, okay. We got the peanuts, right? Got peanuts. Yeah. We got little sacks of paper, sack of peanuts, a little miniature, like ballpark size. I go, no. The joke is I get him all fired up for this life, and he's going to start living his life, and then at some point he just lifts a 40-pound sack of peanuts. He goes, "Peanuts?" Like he's not listening to me at all. He doesn't speak English. And they go, "Yeah, we got the peanuts." I go, "Okay, that's a paper sack." I go, "Okay, listen, well, where's this?" In the script, it says he lifts up a pillowcase size sack of peanuts. This is a miniature sack of peanuts. And the guy looked at me and he goes, Peanuts don't come in a pillowcase. Thank you for that insight. Now go get a fucking clear bag and go get 18 of your small bags of peanuts and open them real fast into the big clear bag so we can hold a big clear bag up. And then everyone starts trying to talk to you. What's the difference? It's peanuts. It's just peanuts. It's not going to work the way you want to do it. It's going to work this way. But we don't have time to get... I don't understand. You wanted peanuts. He got you peanuts. Okay, the script says pillowcase size sack. I understand Mike Lindell does not sell a pillow that is filled with peanuts. That's why I wrote the word size in the script, because I thought that would mean to him to get a giant sack. And I didn't write big sack of peanuts because I knew he'd fuck that up too. It says pillowcase size.
Very specific.
Sack of peanuts.
Yeah. You try to get everybody to care as much as you care. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And it's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen. They got their whole life going on behind the scenes. But that is the goal, I think, of like the director, to get everybody working in the same direction, like, so that doesn't happen.
They do not care.
Because to you, that was an important moment. This giant sack of peanuts. It's real. I've had a couple of those peanut moments.
Yes, you have to have your peanut moment.
I had a few peanut moments. It's like, dude, I don't want to fire you right now, but if you're not understanding that a little bag of baseball stadium peanuts is not going to land the joke, we're done talking. It's just
important moment here on CNN as Jake Tapper's stunned reaction goes viral after Kamala Harris fails to outperform Biden in a single state. We got it right here.
I had so much fun.
So you have any
watching
that the
CNN
vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020. So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
Yeah.
Wow.
People didn't like her.
Nobody cared.
Here's the pitch. The pitch was, you want her or would you like Hitler? And that's good if we all believe the other guy's Hitler, but we didn't believe it because Tony Hinchcliffe told a joke about Puerto Ricans. Sorry, that's not enough to get me in on the whole Hitler thing. It's not enough. So you didn't convince us, and then she didn't bring anything.
Like you said, when you do a little deeper dive and you go, Trump's son-in-law is Jewish. I'm sure he loves his grandkids. Of course, he's not Hitler.
But also, philosophically, let's just like look at it this way. It just be like me going, wow, there's this really cush, clean, rent-controlled apartment right on the ocean in Santa Monica, and you live right on the ocean for $800 a month. They could get $6,000 a month for this place, but it's rent-controlled. And I go, okay, well, it's between you and another guy, and they want to interview you two. The owner wants to know who's going to be a better, who's going to be a better roommate in this place. I could go in there and bring some pay stubs and say I've been working for the same outfit for 14 years and I'm never late and I'm not a drinker and I'm not a snorer and I have a girlfriend and I spend a lot of time at her place on the west side. I'm not even home a lot and I don't need one of the parking spots in the parking. You can use both of them because I Uber everywhere. I could do that and you could then give me the nod to be the roommate in the rent-controlled apartment, or I could spend my entire time trying to talk you into thinking the next guy is Hitler.
Yeah.
Which would work because you wouldn't want Adolf Hitler as your roommate, but I would have to do a real good job of convincing you the next guy was Hitler, because if I didn't, then you'd go, I got one guy who they said was Hitler, but he's the guy who came in and told me all about his resume and his past roommate experience, and he seems pretty sober and pretty good to me. And then I got the other guy, I don't know that much about him, but he says the other guy's Hitler.
Yeah.
And then now you got to make a decision, and I'd probably take the roommate who gave me his bona fides and his plan for vacuuming schedules and how
quiet girlfriend.
The guy went, how do you like your eggs, bro? And I go, basted. I'm ready for you every morning.
Let's go.
I would vote for that guy.
Favorite roommate.
Well, the other guy's tidy, knows how to paint, clean little mustache.
Oh, the actual Hitler. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
All right. Do we have one more?
We got one more. A Democrat blame game. Oh, excuse me. Can't even read. Democrat blame game begins as Harris accused of picking wrong running mate. Yeah, Kamala Harris has been accused of picking the wrong running mate as the Democratic blame game over a humiliating election defeat began.
Well, she should have went with Shapiro.
Yeah.
But Shapiro's a Jew.
Oh.
And that party has some difficulty with Jews, which is really fucking weird.
It's weird. I thought that the Democrats, I don't know. I went away for a long time. But back in my day, it was Democrats were Jews.
The squad are anti-Semitic, and they're not pro-Israel over there.
I thought this ended when I left my first neighborhood.
They say they love Israel, but they don't really like Israel, and they're anti-Semitic, so they won't go with Shapiro, so they go with Wackadoodle, and that's
You tell me one hit job shows up in Congress, and all of a sudden it flips all the way? That's what happened? I don't know. I'm just being educated.
The cultural sort of band leaders for the far left is the squad.
Yeah.
It's like the Ilhan Omars of the group. Those people are anti-Semitic, even though they say they're not anti-Semitic. They just say a lot of shit about Jews that's not flattering all the time.
Correct.
And they don't really like Israel, and they have some sort of fantasy about Netanyahu and Israel being sort of the ethnic cleansers and the oppressors and all that, when they're really trying to defend their homeland. But people that are browner than Jews are getting killed, and according to their math, anyone who's poor and is brown is righteous, and if someone who's a lighter skin wastes that person or smokes that person, then they're angry at that person, even if the brown people are homicidal, Jew-hating maniacs.
They really, I don't even know where to begin with this. You know what I mean? Like, we were the only Jewish family in my in the first neighborhood I lived in. Like, we were the only Jews. You know what I mean? And you saw it kind of firsthand. Like, you know, you hear about bullying, but like we had like legit type of bullies. You know what I mean? Like legit.
Blacks don't like Jews either, and the Democratic Party loves blacks, or has to pretend they love blacks so they can get their votes. So for all those reasons, they bypassed Shapiro, and then they went with the guy who's not a Jew, who's a little nutty. And
a little nutty.
It didn't help. It didn't help.
Yeah. If you want to talk vibes, he didn't have a great vibe.
Now, I would imagine this will be the last we see of Kamala Harris, because she was a horrible VP. She ran and dropped out early and got no votes the first time around, and then she just got busted up by Trump. So this should be the end of her. There's going to be no more of that.
I just hear a thing. They signed her to a contract next year on The View.
Oh, she's going to be...
Please tell me that's not real.
She's replacing Whoopi Goldberg.
She can go...
This is not true. But it could be.
I'm just kidding.
She can go. Look, she's going to get a whole bunch of cushy Harvard job. They'll have her faculty something. Harvard,
$50,000 a speech.
She's going to get $20 million to write a book, and everything will be fine. There's no way she's getting the keys to the Democratic car ever again.
No,
they're not going to do it. And the happiest guy on the planet right now, not Donald Trump, it's Joe Biden. Joe Biden. No, it goes.
J.D. Vance.
Here's the pecking order. No, it is Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Then it is Jill Biden, because they fucking hate Kamala. And then it is Trump. Then it's J.D. Vance, and then it's Tony Hinchcliffe. Those are the top. That's the top five of
the relief
Americans celebrating tonight.
Hinchcliffe put him over the top.
He did.
Man,
all right,
ride this out.
Mike, thanks so much for coming by. I have the trigonometry guys coming up next.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, one of the good ones, man. Come by anytime.
Nice to meet you, man. I'll be here Thursday.
Well, I mean, you got to let it breathe.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, good to meet you, man. Thanks.
Stealing jokes out as we speak on all those platforms, Apple and Amazon and everything else. Josh has dates. Great on stage, by the way. I've shared the stage with Josh. And you got dates, but do you have a website?
Yeah, comedianjoshwolf.com.
There it is. All right, good. Mayhem in studio. Mayhem, part of my new policies, I like to pass along compliments. And for some reason, after watching enough different strokes, I found myself looking at some of your old fights. And I saw you fight Robbie Lawler, who's like the baddest, the toughest motherfucker on the planet. Like, I mean, he's just scary.
Southpaw.
Never.
Not a natural one. Throw a big right hand right at your head.
Oh,
Really?
They turned him around.
Yeah.
He just seen that guy in some epic battles, never giving up, just dishing it out. Crazy fights, and I was watching Mayhem tap him out at a certain point and then jump up on the ring ropes and just fucking stand there. And I thought, you know, that feeling, and I don't think a lot of people, you know, can experience that feeling. You know, it's not like winning an award or even being on the New York Times bestseller list or something like that. That stuff is all good, but there's some about, for me, maybe standing on the podium, winning a race and spraying champagne, just that moment. Like you can only live for about 15 or 20 seconds, but it's there. It's never recaptured. Man. It's there. You know what I mean? And most people go through their both my parents went through their entire life without one of those moments, you know? And like being proud of your kid for graduating high school or something, it's all good, but it's not that moment where you really don't even have control over your own body.
Yeah.
You know that.
But this one, especially when it's just you and another dude, and this is like almost like survival.
No, but it's the most intimate thing you can do with another man as a straight man.
Yeah,
you're sweating and bleeding on each other. You know, you're bonded after that. Like, you know, there's something about it that transcends normal human interaction.
Is that why after the fight it's all respect generally?
Yeah.
Because you're like, I know what you went through. I know what it took for you to get here, and we just tried to kill each other.
Like win or lose, you know you was in a fight. You know what I mean? We gave each other our all, you know. So there's a certain amount of respect that needs to be passed through one another.
It's like an open mic.
Yeah. You can smell the guy's fucking breath on the mic. The guy floss. My first 20 minutes on flossing. All right, what's in the news,
man, you know what? Your probably third favorite felon of all time is in the news.
Wow.
Yeah, Martha Stewart. She pushes Drew Barrymore away during a touchy interview. I'm waiting to see this footage.
I love
What
Martha
makes
Stewart.
you soft and gooey, though?
What makes me soft and gooey? Soft and gooey.
Yeah, what?
Treatment.
Soft and gooey treatment.
Yes.
When you're treated like a lady.
Nicer. It's nice.
Someone comes in and...
You're the wrong gender.
I know.
Pushed her away.
Yeah, I don't get that really. Drew Barrymore is pulling a Kevin Spacey on her, like kind of over touching.
I gotta tell you, I like Martha Stewart.
I do too.
We all do.
I love. She is a hard ass. She is no nonsense.
Yeah.
I love Martha Stewart, and I love Drew Barrymore. All the clips I see, she's super touchy with her guests, and I'm always like, wow,
she is very annoying.
That's I listen.
Like you know, if I'm gonna rank, Kelly Clarkson's pretty bad on daytime TV, but man, Drew Barrymore just makes my skin boil.
I am a Drew Barrymore fan just because I'm a huge Charlie's Angels.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You're right.
E.T. But Martha, that move, I'm on board for it, dude. Listen, you don't need to touch me.
Martha been to the joint. She's lucky she didn't get shanked.
She's got one in her pocket.
Oh, you're damn right. Prison pocket. No.
I like her too. You know what I realize as a guy who's kind of a hard ass in myself, but I'm not really a hard ass. I just don't have that gooey place that people think is lurking somewhere, you know, where they like it's really
they're just going to bring it out of you, and you're like,
they go, where is that place you go to? And I'm like, not really. I don't have that place. And they go, yeah, but really. And so the people that have it, it's like once every 7 years, I'll run into someone who doesn't like barbecue, and I don't understand it. I'm like, yeah, but good barbecue. Yeah. They go, yeah, I don't like barbecue. Yeah, but ribs. They go, yeah, I don't. Yeah, but hickory sauce. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, but I do. So that's me. But you don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't have that gooey place, and I don't think Martha Stewart has the gooey place.
No.
And I think Drew Barrymore's going, where is the gooey place? And the answer is there isn't a gooey place.
Zero gooey on Martha.
Zero goo.
Just in her chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, she's paved it over with Christmas cookies.
You know who doesn't use raisins in her food? Fucking Martha Stewart. 100%.
Yo, man, I was listening to you guys. Why are you so racist against raisins?
I will
you guys
say
are
this.
both like,
What do you put? What do you put?
like, to me, I'm like, raisins is original candy, bro. That's human beings figuring out. If I just leave this grape laying around, oh my God, it turns into a morsel. It's so
Why don't
delightful.
you just eat the grape?
A morsel.
It's so delightful.
You leave a grape laying around and a fucking dinosaur's going to eat it. That's what I know from history. But here's the, I will say this, and I wanted to bring it up, but we were getting so intense about raisins. There's a seldom seen golden raisin, which is better than regular raisins that nobody buys. Like if you are going to buy yourself raisins, if you want to throw raisins over some granola or you just want them as an alternative to a Snickers bar or something, get golden raisins. They're a little bigger, they're a little juicier, and they're a little better.
I'll go one step further. I like the golden berry because it's like a little Sour Patch Kid.
What is the golden berry?
You've never had a golden berry? They are sour, but they're delicious.
Wait, what fruit is a golden berry?
It?
It's a golden berry, literally?
You are asking the wrong
bud.
dude,
I'm like,
but it's like a dried. It's a golden berry.
I'm going to shoot a question off to Martha Stewart.
That feels like a gay position to me. You want to go reverse cowboy or you want to go for the golden berry?
Yeah, I'll go with the hot dog.
Is Barry still alive, by the way?
Yo, somebody made a Barry Diamond reference the other day to me, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
old
an old
school comic.
No.
That's Bachelor Party, Tom Hanks, Barry Diamond.
Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry, man.
No stress, guys.
We like, look, can I say this too? I'm so tired of the myth. And it's it's part and parcel to a bigger picture. It's like we just had the elections. They're running those commercials where like your man won't let you vote for Kamala, but you do it secretly. Like this, what year is it? What society we living in?
Yeah.
Fuck, every woman I know would just vote however the fuck she wanted. She would never dream. I would never dream of telling her. She would never dream of cowering in fear that she was going to vote for someone other than me. Number one. Number two, the fact that they say men would be intimidated to be with someone like Martha Stewart, someone who a business magnate who is making all this money. Are you fucking nuts to never have to think about money ever again and to fly privately? Fucking love it. I would love to have Martha Stewart.
Who?
But they do this thing where most men couldn't handle it. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I would love to handle it.
I would love to at least attempt to handle it.
Yeah. Now, you would definitely... Martha feels like somebody who's taking control in the bedroom, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, taking a pegging from Martha Stewart, not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you
a
went
good
a step
story.
further than
Taking
I
a
thought.
hot dog with ketchup from Martha Stewart, it's not bad. Hey, Oprah, give me a golden berry.
Zero chance Martha Stewart puts ketchup on her hot dog. Zero chance. Don't you dare say that.
Not only that, I would bet you that if you went to her house for some sort of 4th of July festivities where she had hot dogs, but in a kind of ironic way, but they were kosher and pure beef and whatever, and she was laying them out for people, and if you said to her, I'm sorry, is there ketchup in them? You would not be invited to the next party. That's my thought.
Dude, I think she would have you removed.
Yeah, no,
that
you
day.
So yeah,
that day.
Again.
some really big. When you went in to use the bathroom, some big dude would be like,
No, it's not a big dude, bro. It's prison rules, okay? So it's a 4-on-1. We rat pack you out of there. 4-on-1. Just keep punching you until the guards
A
drag you
blanket
out.
party, yeah. All right.
Exactly. Hey, next up, the home of Chief Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, Travis Kelce. Their homes were burglarized in the KC area. Yep. During the game, the police were called to his Kansas City area home on midnight, October 6th. Yeah, it happened.
This happened to the Dodgers. It happens to everybody, which is you have these athletes, not in this case, but like Yasiel Puig was like wearing all this gold and nuggets and watches and chains and everything. And then he's on a 4-game road trip. And as we've learned, like sadly and weirdly, about security, it's not what we've made it out to be.
Can I tell you, there's not only that, their schedule has been posted almost 6 months in advance. So you can case it, which is why I have dogs at my house that are, when people when I walk my dogs aren't friendly.
Right.
And they're like, you should train your dogs. I'm like, they are trained. They're trained so that when you come to my house, you know, oh, that dog, if I step in there, is going to fucking kill me.
But I'm saying, in general, just think about, historically, a beetle. George Harrison was stabbed multiple times because he just came downstairs and there was a dude standing inside of his house. You go, you're fucking George Harrison. You should have an electrified fence. You should have a guy with a turtleneck standing out front with a clipboard. And it's like the Queen got up and walked into the bathroom and there was a person standing who jumped the fence.
How does that work?
They're literally in the White House sometimes. They're in the Queen's Castle. They're in, Mariah Carey came downstairs and there was a homeless guy beating off in her entry. I was like,
is that true?
I made that one.
Okay.
I mean, they never reported it.
Well, we don't know it didn't happen.
I was like, how'd I miss that one?
You missed that one.
Well, because I told Adam off the air I did it.
They told me when it was really high.
I was real high. Mariah Carey's house was right
saying, where's the security? These are the richest people in the world. And in all the movies, there's always a guy standing there with the clipboard and you can't come in, or a gate. In a heist movie, they're like, the gate's electrified. We got to disable the gate.
Two guys with
got
guns.
Dogs, whatever. They got guys that are strapped.
Lasers. Don't forget lasers.
All right. But in real life, you just walk into the
Patrick
guy's
Mahomes
house.
just has a Ring camera?
That's
all he's got?
He's got more than that.
No, it was reported. Yeah, it was reported by a security guard. So the security realized it happened and then called the cops.
Where was security?
I don't know. Travis Kelce got it too. $20,000 in cash was stolen from his house.
But you got to know. Okay, either you're not hiding that $20,000, or somebody knows where that $20,000 is.
Nah, but $20,000 is just laying around the house if you're Kelce, I think.
Yeah, but we're saying inside job.
Yeah, the $20,000.
Well, we have a tape of Martha Stewart talking about hot dogs.
Nice.
By the way.
There we go.
Is that right?
Buckle up.
Here's the important part.
Martha, what do you prefer, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Definitely hot dogs. I love hot dogs with the works. It has to have bacon, ketchup, relish.
I told you guys.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Toasted bun.
Okay.
Can I just tell you, by the way, when she said definitely hot dogs, I got a little hard.
I got a little
harder. Three-quarter chub.
Just a little movement. I was like, oh.
Yep. Okay.
She's kind of sexy, dude.
Listen, I agree. But okay, here's the deal. Ketchup nullifies the sauerkraut. Mustard enhances the sauerkraut. Ketchup. What are you doing with ketchup?
Ketchup
By the way,
gives a little sweet tang.
That's
baby.
just a clusterfuck. Bacon? Get the fuck out of here.
Now I will say, if I'm drunk and I'm leaving a bar and you're wrapping the hot dog in bacon, I might put that down. But bacon bits or some shit like that, kick rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a nice picture of the lady.
Yeah.
I'll use that later.
Yeah.
Logged.
I like her.
Yeah, hey, a YouTuber brags about buying a $39,000 home on Amazon, but he didn't read the fine print. Yeah, apparently 0 electrical outlets. So this guy just didn't buy the electrical package and ended up with just essentially a cardboard box.
It's called a shed. That's what those are called.
Yeah, you're right.
Sold them in the 70s.
Yeah, those are called sheds. And you keep your lawnmower in it.
But it's sort of like a prefab deal where you unhinge each piece and drill it together, and there's nothing in there. No electrical, nothing.
They're getting to the point.
And that's a shed.
It's a shipping container.
Shipping container, you're right.
Right, with a French door on it that I call freedom doors because I'm an American. But yeah, it's a container. We're getting into the prefab world here a little bit. There's also,
I don't mind the idea of this.
I don't mind the idea of it either.
Yeah,
but we're going to start being able to crank out these houses a little faster, but they don't have, or he doesn't have electrical in his house, which is, you got to put all that shit in first. Now, but see, here's the deal. His is a steel shipping container, which means he cannot pull Romex or conduit through the wall and bury it in the wall. It's got to be surface mounted.
Fish tape it through.
Did he just unfold his house?
Fish tape it through the rigid, which is surface mounted. Yeah.
He just unfolded his house.
Yeah.
But back where I come from, we call that a double wide. Mm-hmm. That's like nothing new to me. Right. This should get blown away in a tornado.
I feel like everyone should stop filming themselves doing everything.
I agree with that.
Like, there's people like, this is the best shrimp cocktail I've ever had. And it's like, okay, can you just fucking go out and eat, or do you have to have your buddy film you eating
everybody's
shrimp cocktail?
The pictures of food and that stuff is not. I think we've had enough of what your eggs look like.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Not interested.
Not if you want to do something like stick them in your ass.
Yes. Also, later on, when you're convicted of some horrible felony, that's all we're going to have is hours of you sampling food, and it's going to be all over the news. You should lower profile would be nice.
I agree.
All right, so he has his prefab house, but he does not have any electricity.
So how does he fix that? What's his move?
So if you would like to put electrical where electrical isn't, you can go the white trash way, which is basically taking a channel. Mm-hmm. They have surface mount stuff, which is electromagnetic tubing, EMT, which is rigid, and you see it in industrial application where you see it on the wall and the conduit, and then that'll go to a 4-gang box or 2-gang box or an LB, and they'll pull the wires through it. But there's a cheap motel and cheap apartment version. You ever see this one where it's like somebody decided to put a ceiling fan up in the room, but they didn't want to bust into the ceiling and drill holes in the joists and pull wires? So there's this weird surface mount, weird brown cap thing that's like a U-shaped thing where the wire sits on the wall, because it's real white trash.
Super janky.
But you could do that in here.
Yeah, you would do that, or you would go to the outside, put rigid conduit, pull wires through it, and then pop in through the inside with an outlet.
I figure that's the way it would be done, because it's such a small angle on this shipping container. It's like
and it's all steel, like thick steel, so you couldn't pull it through the studs. You'd have to surface mount. For
$39,000, I don't hate that.
No, I don't.
I don't hate that.
I don't either.
It's a big shed.
I mean, it's also nuts, because I was just like driving through a fair to Midland to boring part of Glendale today, and I was looking at these little shitty ranch houses. I'm like, that's 1.8, that's 2.2. I'm like, for a shitty ranch house in Glendale.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
But it's also the land, it's like expensive to live in that area.
I know, but as somebody who I grew up out here, all my friends were blue collar losers, basically. They worked, my two best friends, one's mom was a cocktail waitress. Like, she was like 56, and she was a cocktail waitress, The dad made like orthodontia shit, like made false teeth like at home, but he wasn't a citizen, so he had to like do it under the table. My other friend's dad owned a small transmission shop in Hollywood, and his mom worked at a book bindery. These were like basic garbage man, school teacher, worked at a cafeteria kind of jobs. They all own these houses in Valley Village in North Hollywood. They were $62,000, and both parents worked. They're $2.7 million today. I don't know any school teachers or people that work at book binderies that could do a 2.7. Yeah, you owe you 20%. So you figure about 530 down. It's like, what the fuck? I can't buy my kid braces.
Hey, wait, I don't know. I'm not educated on this. Is this because there's a bunch of like foreign money? That's what I heard. That everybody's buying up all the houses around here, like China and Russia and all these guys, and it artificially inflates the price for a regular American?
There is a he said, she said version of everything that ills us as a society. So you go, the border's open. So you go, the border's wide open. And then the right goes, that's the left trying to import more people to vote for them. They're going to give them, they're going to make them citizens. They don't want voter ID, and these people are going to. And then the left goes, that's just big business recruiting more free labor for their big chicken farms, And the answer is they're both right, And they go, okay, there's that version of everything, like the Chinese or BlackRock is buying all the things, and there's that, but there's also this over-regulated, too bureaucratic, can't build. Oh yeah. It's so expensive to build anything because of all the crazy environmental impact reports and regulations that they just move to Texas and build shit cheap. And then the same people that made all the regulations go, we don't have enough housing. It's like, because the average unit is $930,000 of a small apartment here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, when they talk about those homeless things, it's like, 700 square feet's $1 million a unit,
Yeah, but we can get them. That's 4 people living in that little 39,000 thing right there. Put that on Skid Row.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw footage of Mexicans hiding in the fender of a Ford Dually the other day. They don't need that much space. Wow. If you can live in the fender of a Dually, you don't need 6,200 square feet.
You also said Mexicans, plural, not Mexican.
I think there were, not Peterbilt, a Ford. I have a Dually. Yeah. There may be one in this parking lot if my guys drove it up. The Ford Dually, or Chevy makes a Dually, Ram makes a Dually. All it is the full-size pickup truck with the 2 rear, the big fenders. Yeah. The big fiberglass fenders. Putting Mexicans in a fender of a Dually, like, I tip my cap to the guy who came
By
up
the way, if you're trying that hard...
Yeah,
you're in. I want you're the kind of person we actually want in the country. Are you willing to ride in the fender of a truck for? Right. Yeah, you seem like a hard worker.
600 miles through the desert.
Dawson, that footage is out there somewhere.
I've seen it. I think I saw it on Twitter today.
Border Patrol was like taking apart.
That is insane.
I feel now. You know what the comedy is. Some guy just got a totally loaded $86,000 Ram 4x4 Dually, and he's polishing it and everything, and he's going to Tijuana to drop off something, and you see him going through the border, and they stop him, and they get the Sawzall out, and he's like, whoa, what's going on? What's in the fender? No, there's nothing in the fender. Get the cutting wheel out. No! Like sparks flying out.
My pussy wagon.
You know that's going to happen. Right?
Sorry, our bad. Yeah, it turns out no Mexicans.
The fender. There you go.
That's insane.
Yeah, Dawson, you can find it. It was on Twitter. I think I saw it somewhere. Yeah, it's got to be It's got to be right there because I saw it yesterday too. It may have been more than one. But anyway, all I'm saying is, if you can live in the fender of a Dually, then low-cost housing should be a cinch for these people.
I agree. But what makes you even think about looking in the fender?
I don't know. Border Patrol looks everywhere, but
they're like, oh, man, that fender just fart?
Taking a video, bro.
Oh, what the hell?
Fuck. Yep.
Is there 2 people in the fender?
Oh, my God. Dude, like the age of Aquarius.
But wait, how did they...
They were threaded in there.
It off to begin with. They put them in, and then they sealed it back up.
Yeah,
and then how do you, what tips you off as a border guy that there is somebody literally inside the truck?
He's watching YouTube.
I don't know if they have like a sonogram or something, or dog starts barking.
What if somebody sends you a text? Are you here yet?
No, I watched that border show.
Motherfucker!
You want to talk about farting in an elevator? Yeah. Try farting in a Dually fender,
dude. And they're head to ass right there.
Yeah.
That is a tough place.
Yin and yang.
That is crazy.
I would have never even thought to look. Wow. I wonder how many. I wonder how many people made it before they were like, we should start looking in the trucks.
That guy paid $10,000 for that ride too. You know, you pay. I ran into some guys in my travels that do this kind of work where they, where they coyote people over the border.
How much per person, do you know?
It's like $10,000. 30 can be up to $30,000 to get snuck into the United States like this. It's a big business. Cartel's got it on lock. Yeah.
Did they see what kind of truck it was, or did they say?
I mean, if you could see
when you
I think it's a Dodge.
When you sell the truck, can you add that to the seating? Seats 12.
It seats 4 white people, but 12 Mexicans. I'd put that in there.
Oh my goodness!
You should put that in every car thing. It goes, sits 5 white adults and 26 Mexicans. It should be on every sticker, like right next to the fuel gas mileage. That'd be so awesome.
I mean, it really could you could really sell the truck for a lot more if you're
City
like,
and
you
highway.
fit 8 more people actually inside the truck.
Right. Oh yeah, no.
You're not.
Not 4 white people. 4 white adults.
Yeah, like city and highway.
12 Mexicans.
Same deal. Same deal.
City and highway.
White and Mexican. Hey, Betsy DeVos joins Trump's call to disband the Department of Education and re-empower families.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know you're hot on this.
I love it.
She's acknowledges a priority.
Well, listen, everyone, please listen. When somebody says, I want to dismantle this big, bloated, ineffective, bureaucratic mess where nothing good comes out the other end, but you just add administrators every 10 minutes and everyone's getting paid, but the students aren't getting any money, that doesn't make you a bad guy. That makes you a good guy. Somebody tweeted, and I don't even know if this is true, but they did a meme. It's like, picture Jimmy Carter, 1979. He started it, the Department of Education. We were number 1. Now we're 24. It's not working out. School choice is good. Big bloated bureaucracy's bad. And we just got fucked during COVID. We had all the fucking teachers' unions. My kids stayed home for almost 2 years because the teachers' unions had a monopoly and they shut it down. And they also inform the governor and the mayor. They have way too much political power because they give all their money to the candidates. So they basically tell Gavin Newsom what he can do with his state vis-a-vis the schools. I don't want that. I want to farm it out. I want independent. I want competition.
I don't, and here's, I may be rare in this, but I don't generally speak on things that I don't know much about. So I don't have an opinion on that. I do have an opinion on that the education system in general eats dicks. And the fact that we don't seem to be teaching kids to learn, we teach them to take tests, is a real bummer.
Or we just lower the test scores if we want to get everyone to pass now, which is the new world order. It's cooked. We need competition. Competition brings out the best in MMA fighters, brings out the best in comedians, it brings out the best in guys who make tacos. It'll bring out the best in everything. As a matter of fact, wait a minute. Lou Diamond Phillips. Was he in Stand and Deliver?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? That was one of his big movies, right? Oh, TV, yeah. Let me check. Yeah, he's going to be on in a minute. So I think that he's in there, right? Is it on my list? Oh,
I think he's in Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, he is. La Bamba's kind of what people remember him from. But Stand and Deliver was Jaime Escalante, Escalante, who, he came here in the fender of a dually and rose up to the position. Next time I get angry at a Mexican, I'm going to yell, get back in the fender of the dually and go back to your home fucking town.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, God. That's so crazy. The fender of a dually is so insane to me. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I tip my cap, dude.
I do, too.
For real. Like, that is not something I am willing to do. How bad is it where you're like, yeah, I'll hop in
the
there.
next administration want to deport all those people.
Yeah, but we'll do them in the bed of the dually. We're not animals. Let them sit in the bed. Come on now. You got to be decent.
Have a heart.
Trump's going to be like, no, put them in the fenders. My policy would be like, whoever you got here, that's how you're going to go back. If you're in a shipping container, you go back in a shipping. If you're in the fender of a dually, that's how you go back. It's only fair.
Listen, it's
only right.
Good business for U-Haul.
That's right.